What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. First, I want to start off by talking about Judge Greg Mathis and his wife, Linda. Well, it's been reported that she has filed for divorce after 39 years of being married to this man, and she's probably known him a lot longer than that. But I'm going to share this story from the New York Post, and it says Judge Greg Mathis' wife, Linda, files for divorce after 39 years of marriage despite recent PDA-filled photo. Court is in session. Judge Mathis' wife, Linda Yvette Mathis, has filed for divorce after 39 years of marriage. Linda filed paperwork on Thursday, August 22nd, citing irreconcilable differences. She listed their date of separation as July 17th. Additionally, she's asking for spousal support and requesting that her requirement of spousal support be waived. Weeks before separating, Greg, 64, shared a PDA-filled photo of the pair via Instagram on June 10th. Guess who's back? Detroit celebrated the reopening of Michigan Central, a landmark event with an all-star concert of Detroiters. Linda and I had a great time watching our city shine. He captioned a collage of photos as he wrapped his arms around Linda, posing at the event. On July 21st, 4 days after her filing, he shared a family photo of the now exes celebrating their granddaughter Zara's third birthday. Now, what I think they mean by 4 days after her filing, no, it's 4 days after her citing her date of separation, because she just filed this month. But anyway, I just wanted to correct that. Greg and Linda met at Eastern Michigan University and dated for 4 years. They got married in June 1985. Good-looking couple. Anyway, the estranged couple are parents of Jade, Kamara, Greg Jr., and Amir, 39, 36, 35, and 34, who starred alongside them in the short-lived reality show Mathis Family Matters in 2022. The TV judge starred on his self-titled show for 24 years until 2023. He returned with Mathis Court with Judge Mathis last fall. In May 2022, he received the Hollywood Walk of Fame honor and was joined by his family to celebrate at the ceremony. So he talked about him getting his Hollywood Walk of Fame star and how his family contributed to his success and yada, 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 yada. All right, here's what I wanted to just say about this, because they were married for 39 years. Didn't make it to 40. And we're seeing a whole lot more of this these days with people who've been married for a very long time, where somebody's saying enough is enough. And I'll be honest with you, it's been more women that have been filing than the men that have been in these long-term relationships. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't care what stuff looks like out in the streets. I don't care what stuff looks like definitely on social media, because we know social media people just show their highlight reels. They don't really show what's really going on in their household, except for the ones that go there, that actually hit the live button and share their personal information about whatever. I'm not even going to go into all that, but you know some of the stories. But anyway, some people in the comment section were like, man, after all those years, y'all might as well just stay together. I'm going to say like this. You have to have been going through a whole lot of, and for a long time. I don't think it was anything recent for her to get to the point where she was like, you know what? I am good. I am done. I am done. I am done. And no, I'm not going to go sleep in the other side of the house, the mansion, whatever they're living in. I don't know. I didn't watch their reality show, so I don't know how they're living, but I assume they're living pretty well. For him to have had a TV show for all of those years and now he has another one, he's got a regular check coming in. So those TV checks, I would say they're pretty nice. And she's just like, I'm over it. I just can't, I can't deal with this anymore. It brought me to a line from the movie. Oh my God, what is the movie? But it's the movie that Nia Long was in with Lorenz Tate, Love Jones. And if you saw the movie and you remember when she tried to make it work with her prior boyfriend, and she just was feeling like, what am I doing here? This ain't working out. And then she just told him, like, look, I can't do this no more. It's over. And then he said something to her. I don't remember what he said to her, but that's irrelevant. But I just remember what she said in that movie. And that movie is from years ago. But she said, all we have is all these years. That line, that stuck out to me years ago, and it still rings true to this day. Anybody that's just sitting on the fact that they've been together with somebody for a very long time, they've been married for a long time, but you don't really have a great relationship, who cares? The person is being unfaithful, they're being abusive verbally, mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually. Like, I mean, so much stuff goes on behind closed doors that people don't know about and don't talk about for either fear of whatever. And so just because someone's been with somebody for a very long time doesn't mean that they have to try to make it work and make it stick together. And I commend her because I don't think that she's doing this lightly. I really don't think that it has anything to do with, well, you know, I want to try to get my groove back. I really don't. I really believe that she's just like, I just want peace in my life. I don't know how many more years I have left on this earth, and I want to be able to have peace and enjoy them. And I don't want this anymore. And so I commend her for choosing herself over all these years. And that's what I wanted to say about that, because again, I don't know what's really going on. She cited the normal terms that a lot of people in Hollywood, when they do file, they file for irreconcilable differences. But we don't know what all of that really means. But like I said, I truly believe that it has something to do with a whole lot of she's been putting up with for a very long time. And she's just like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I am done. And that's where it's at. So speaking of another marriage, Cardi B and Offset. Now, I would not put them in the same category as Greg Mathis and his soon-to-be ex-wife, Linda. Definitely. But again, it's a married couple that's going through a divorce. And we know that Cardi has filed on a multitude of occasions. And I've said before that until the divorce is final, I don't even know if I'll believe it. And I pretty much kind of stand on that. But I do believe she's getting to that point where it's like, you know what? I just can't do this anymore. So I want to share what she said. She made a statement about her marriage. And she said, I really wanted to keep my marriage with Offset, which... The thing for me, okay, her speaking about her husband and saying his entertainment name is weird to me, but I digress. Let me go ahead and continue. But it reached a point where I couldn't convince myself to overlook his actions. We were married for 7 years, and every single month of the year, I caught him cheating on me. I accepted all his children as my own and took them in as family, but the cheating became unbearable. I understand he's a star and girls always want to be around him, but I'm a star too. I decided to humble myself and be a good wife and mother to his children. He started acting like I didn't matter, and I always found myself begging for attention even when I was pregnant. I would tell him I had something important going on, and he wouldn't take me seriously. The only time he took me seriously was when I had to come online and shed tears on Instagram Live because he doesn't want his reputation ruined. All I ever needed was love and affection from my man, but he was clearly too busy looking elsewhere. And that is just so... It's sad and scary at the same time that women will put themselves on the back burner, so much so that even she, being the one that was more famous and had more money than him, even though they were married, but yet and still, yeah, more money than him. And she put herself down to lift him up. And all he cared about was his reputation, not his relationship with this woman that he married, that he did not have to marry. And accepting his other children from other relationships. And he was cheating on her. She said every month she caught him cheating. That is crazy. It's dangerous. And I would, oh my God. Look at all that she was exposed to. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not saying that she had the H word that was alleged in that lawsuit that she went through. But you can't tell me that she wasn't exposed to some STDs. I'm saying, I really, and it's none of my business, but to be in a relationship with somebody that is cheating on you, and she said she caught him cheating every month. She caught him cheating. That is so sick, disgusting, dangerous, and sad that she would put herself on the back burner like that, put herself low to lift him up. He was not a man. He definitely was not a male deserving of a relationship, let alone a marriage, but that's not a man. And so when I saw this, I wanted to share it with you guys and get your thoughts on it, because and this is not about Tasha K, and I'm not trying to make it about her, guys, but I honestly stand by this statement. The lawsuit that happened when she sued Tasha K for defamation, I truly believe, because Tasha K was exposing, because people were bringing things to her, credible receipts about him being unfaithful. It was more so about the embarrassment that she endured by the hands of her husband being unfaithful that Tasha K was exposing. I don't believe that it was regarding the H, that the H word that was alleged that she may have had. Because quite frankly, the woman that Tasha K interviewed on her platform that really got that ball rolling, even though she did sue her too, I believe she just didn't even respond to the lawsuit and just had like a default judgment filed against her. I don't know how much she's required to pay, but I guarantee it was not $4 million. So I feel bad in a way for her, that because of her upbringing, background, and her culture, that it is one of the things that they harp on with being in a relationship, being married, having children with the same man. She put herself low to stay in this situation when there's honor in getting out of this marriage and out of this relationship with this person that never respected her or the relationship or even knew what a marriage was supposed to be about. There's just no way any male should be married that is out here cheating on their wife every month. 7 years of marriage, and that's all he's doing. This is not a marriage. It's not. And so, my God, to be in the public eye, to be the breadwinner, to be the one that's more famous, to be the one that's richer, and she made herself destitute and poor, pretty much, and I'm not talking about financially, but I'm talking about emotionally. I'm talking about, all the things that money can't buy, by sticking beside this person that did not deserve to be in a relationship with anybody. Just be a man whore and be out here pretty much sleeping, not even sleeping with, but doing what you're doing with these females that are happy to do it, especially when you're going to be paying them for the deed. There's a lot of prostitutes and whores out here that's what they do for a living. But Cardi B didn't deserve that, but she didn't know that she didn't deserve it. So she finally got to the point where she's waking up. But I will stand on what I said before. Until the divorce is final, I'm not going to believe it, because it's just happened too many times before for me to sit and say, okay, yep, she's completely done. But yeah, this was not love. This was not marriage. This was a situationship that she was in all of these years. I believe, I won't say it was a PR relationship, but I do remember a scene from Love and Hip Hop years ago when she was on it and they showed the Migos on there. It was a little brief moment. So yeah, I do believe that this was a connection that was put together and there was never any real love there. There was infatuation, definitely sex and all of that stuff, but a real relationship, a marriage, love, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I believe that she got to the point where she was loving this person that she had been with for this time and put in this effort and work with and had, a child and children with, and now having another one. But the love just wasn't ever there for her. And no woman deserves that. None. I won't say that she deserves that. So I just wanted to talk about these situations, these marriages with Greg Mathis and his wife all those years. She was just like, yeah, all we have is all these years. I'm over it. And she's done. Now, there are some people who may feel like, well, y'all been together in this marriage almost 40 years. Just stay in it for financial reasons. That's not good enough for everyone. Some people are just like, I'm good on my own. I don't need this anymore. And so I don't blame her. I don't know what all she went through in her marriage and in her household, but I'm quite sure it wasn't anything petty. And she's just to the point where I just can't do this anymore. I don't care about the photo ops. I don't care about, people seeing us at this place and that place. And we were just at this place a month ago. I'm done. I'm over it. And Cardi admitting that Offset has been just a serial cheater and she knew it. So all the time she came out to say that that's a lie and just covering for him, but not really just covering for him, but covering for herself, because she was trying to protect her reputation and her brand too, to not look like Tara and Amina. Because if you remember from Love and Hip Hop, when Peter Guns was with the two of those women and was playing them like a fiddle in their faces, playing them off of each other, she went off on him about those two women. And here she is now in a similar situation. So guys, you can let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye. Don't wanna talk, don't wanna see, don't wanna feel.